Hey guys, Sarge here. Wednesday, December 8th. Take a look at this fat dude. Tell me how much respect I have for him. That's the name of the file. This is going to be hopefully a motivational video. I hope to motivate people who think that losing weight is an impossible thing. Here's one picture of one guy. Here's a picture of somebody else. Pretty insane. And look at this guy. Alright, I guess you guys guessed it. This is me an hour ago. These are the pants I wore 20 years ago. So the first dude you saw was me 20 years ago. Sound asleep because I had apnea and I would fall asleep everywhere. So apnea is not making you fall asleep. Apnea keeps you from sleeping at night because your airway blocks, and it usually happens when you're morbidly obese. And on the first picture I was morbidly obese times 2. So this gentleman here, economic friend, I left a post on one of his videos, and by the way, my friend, I'm sorry I said lose weight. There's no two ways about it, and I should have polished that statement a little better. So I'm very happy you did not take offense to that. However, the sentiment behind it was true and was honest. You have to lose weight. As you can see, he's a big boy. He's not a skinny kid. So he made the mention in his video about losing weight, and I made a comment. So he replied to my comment saying, "Thanks for sharing." He goes, "Would you mind telling us how you lost the weight?" So here's the comment I left. I told him some ideas about what I did last year to sell stuff around the house and buy silver with it. And as you can see, he's a silver fan. And I also explained that because he had made the comment on losing weight, that I lost 155 pounds in 11 months and 3 weeks. I'm going to try to make the story as short as possible because this spans over 10 years. But in any case, the first picture you saw, that's when you quit. When you quit on life, that's what happens. So you might as well just have it tattooed in your forehead, "I quit." That's when you think food's your friend. Food is not your friend. Food is fuel, period. Nothing else. If you have issues and you need food to comfort you, find out what the hell is bugging you and resolve the issue. Because food won't help you. And especially with the way things are going right now, should you need to be active, be up and about, you better be not dependent on the medical system, because that's not a good idea. So how did I lose the weight? That's what he asked me to share. Now, I will say this. I do not recommend anyone do what I did. I hope it's clear. I do hope it's clear. I don't know how to say it in English any better than that. So I hope it's clear. So here I am sitting at my buddy's restaurant. I deliver for him on weekends. And it's those McDonald's type of tables where the chairs can't move and there's that long bench. I'm sitting down on the chair side, and I'm at 350 pounds. And we never see ourselves the way we are. And this fat lady and her husband come in, and she's even bigger than I am. And all through the lunch, she's complaining how her hips are hurting and blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm crucifying her, for being so fat. And like I said, we never see ourselves the way we are. And as she had to wiggle the rolls of fat from under the table to be able to wiggle her ass out of the chair, my buddy calls me, and in my head, I'm already crucifying her. And my buddy goes, "Hey, come in the back for a minute." And now I'm sitting mirror from her. So the bench, there's one side of the bench facing here, one side facing there, the table, my table, the chair I'm sitting on, and the chair she's sitting on. So I'm mirroring her. I go to get up. What do? I grab the edges of the table and I wiggle my rolls of fat from under the table. I instantly puked. The reaction was that violent. I instantly puked because I said, oh my goodness, I am her. And that's when I realized. And from that day, the next 4 days, 96 hours, no food. When I say no food, I say no food. This is the part I say, do not do what I did. But he asked me to explain. So I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you, oh, and I took this diet. That's not what I did. This is what I did. It's extreme, but I consider it less extreme than getting that ring put on your stomach. And no operations. Do it on your own. The mind is a powerful tool. So when I realized that, the next 4 days I did not eat. The 5th day, I think I had 2 crackers and what would amount to be about a half a cup of soup. From there on, I ate very little. So let's shrink the story. First month, 38 pounds lost. Second month, 12 pounds. I freaked out when I lost only 12 pounds. How come? I'm still fat. Blah, blah, blah. I'm still 312. I should be blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, things I didn't know that I do know now. Your body plateaus. So your body has to adapt to the weight loss. So your body will stop doing anything, and I don't know what it does internally, but it rebalances everything. And all of a sudden, boom, the weight loss came back on. So long story short, 11 months, 3 weeks, 155 pounds. So I end up at 195. We're at my 40th birthday. That's why I know it's 11 months and 3 weeks. We're at my 40th birthday. My wife, my lovely wife, rented a hall and had all her friends there and blah, blah, blah. Nobody has seen me since I undertook the weight loss. And I purposely stayed away from everybody. So nobody knows what I look like. My wife walked in first. I went to the bathroom. So when I came out of the bathroom and I walked in the hall, one of our bridesmaids, did you hear the word? Bridesmaids. We had known her by that time 10 years. One of our bridesmaids is standing face to face with me, and the way I'm dressed, she thinks I'm the maitre d'. And she tells me, can we change the center table over there? It's not right. And I'm looking at her, and in my mind, I can't compute. But what do you mean, can we change it? Like, don't ask me. I don't work here. And I'm expecting her to recognize me, and then it hits me. Holy crap. She does not recognize me. How much have I changed? Because I couldn't see that dramatic a change. I'm not a photo guy, go back in the pictures, and so I couldn't see that dramatic a change. But she hasn't seen me in a year. She was like clueless. And I looked at her and I told her, I said, no, I said, I'm not going to change it. And when she heard my voice, her face, she nearly fell back in her chair. She, oh my God, and she freaked out. And so all that to say that the feeling was awesome. Now, throughout my whole weight loss, I dramatically reduced my quantities of food. After about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'd say, of eating close to nothing, very small salads, a little bit of vinegar and balsamic vinegar and a little bit of olive oil, some oregano, that's it, onions, nothing else, like no meat, no potatoes, nothing. After doing that for about 3 weeks, I started eating some chicken. I started eating some fish. And when I say some, like little pieces this freaking big. And it shrunk my stomach. And all this to say that up to 3 years ago, I hovered 195, 200, which I was very happy at. And 3 years ago, I had to take a job, and it was quite physical. I had to 15,000 steps a day, plus like a lot of lifting and moving around, and I have to be agile. And it made me go from about that 200, I think I was, down to 170. I actually hit 165 at one point. And I now hover between about 165, 170, like depending on the day, I guess. I don't know if I'm bloated or not. But all this to say, I didn't do it the way they tell you. I don't believe the BS of you lose a pound a week. I did it, I survived, but I'm not telling anybody to do it. Don't go and do it, and then you injure yourself somehow. Don't come and bitch at me. I'm telling you, it's not the way to do it. It's what I did, but it's not the way to do it. So, I hope this helps. Depending on the feedback I get on this video, if people want to get further into it, I can expand and make, videos dedicated to each and every, I don't know, break it down in parts, I guess. So that's my story, guys. So, at 40 years of age, I lost 155 pounds, and at 57 years of age, I went from about a few pounds over 200 to 165 in 3 months, just from working, being extremely active. So, don't give me no excuses if you're overweight. I made up half of the ones you're using. I made them up. So don't come back and use them on me. I know the bullshit. You know the old joke? It's in my genes. Genes? No, baby. It's in your genes. Jeans. Not the same. So I don't want to offend anyone. I just want to wake people up. I hope it motivates people to move, to do something, because being overweight is not a healthy option. It really isn't. Alright, guys. I hope this helps. Let me know. Leave a comment. Cheers. Sarge out.